and basically it's talking about who was responsible for World War II, World War One, and the external factors that are less traditional in terms of our knowledge of these wars. And so I thank you fellas for coming on. It's late over there in Scotland, so I appreciate you staying up late with me to talk about this. What is the genesis of writing a book? Well, first off, about Hitler, that's always a challenging topic, but also taking the alternate approach on like, hey, how did this thing happen?
I think Jim can.
Thanks for having us on your show. The pleasure to be on here, Pete. Thank you very much. I think probably the best way to answer that is to go back and just briefly cover my journey in this saga. My grandmother Macgregor, her only brother went off to fight in the First World War, 1914, and he was dead within a year at the Battle of Loos in Belgium. He was 19 at the time. Body was never found, either blown to bits or sank into the mud, never to be seen again, like so many young men. Terrible. So in 1939, my grandmother's only son, my father, went off to fight in the Second World War. He was as I say, 19 at the time as well. And my grandmother, as you can imagine, was very anxious about the whole show. But 2 years earlier, my father had joined the Royal Naval Voluntary Reserve in Glasgow on the River Clyde. There's some ships in the River Clyde training young boys up to be sailors. And that was at a time when fascism was on the rise in Germany and Italy and Spain. So my father went off to war and in the Royal Navy. And in 1942, there was an explosion in his ship down in the boiler room. And he went down with some of his crewmates from up on deck to try and rescue their mates.